Hello guys, welcome to my episode 17 of my 2K19 Reverse Mode. Sorry, it took a little while to introduce there. This is my second time trying to introduce it, and it hasn't really been working. It didn't work the first time. I'd introduced all the matches, I was about to go to the first one, and make sure it wasn't working, so I had to restart it. It's just, it's all over the place. But anyway, we've got pretty big show for the Go Home Smackdown live show. We've got Kyle O'Reilly, Xavier Woods, and Otis Dozovic in a triple threat, obviously representing the three teams that are involved in the Smackdown Tag Team Championship match at Backlash. Winner of this will get to pick the stipulation for the match, and that's pretty much all there is to that one. And then we've got Jinder Mahal versus Mustafa Ali. The loser of last week's match between Ali and Kingston had to have an extra warm-up match, and due to Ali losing, he's now got to face Jinder Mahal. And then we've got Dolph Ziggler versus Bryan, sort of a showcasey kind of match. Give these guys both some TV time. Same with Kairi and Ember, but I should announce actually there's going to be a SmackDown Live Women's Championship Open. Basically, there's going to be 6 spots up for grabs, and women will enter. And basically, you'll see on the day who they are. But I'm not going to spoil anything from there. We've got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, of course, in a showcase match too, just to give them time as well. It's more of a showcase kind of SmackDown. I've got the matches that I need to build up to Backlash, because we've got the main event, and Finn Balor has been put at a very big disadvantage here in his warm-up match. AJ Styles doesn't even have a warm-up match, so that's lucky for him. But Finn Balor has got to face Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, but not only is it a handicap match, as you can see, it's a 2 out of 3 falls handicap match. And how this works is Finn Balor has to pin both members of the club, as it seems like Karl Anderson was a turncoat the entire time from last week, so that's how SmackDown's going to be lined up. I hope everything's working, because I'm going to load in.
Here we go, and we're kicking things off with a bang.
Alright, so let's make sure everything is set up as it should be. Let's go.
We're moments away from pure chaos. The triple threat match is next.
Who will be the man who gets to pick the stipulation? Obviously, Xavier Woods representing New Day, Kyle O'Reilly representing the Undisputed Era, and Otis Dozovic representing Heavy Machinery, in case you hadn't already worked that one out. So who will get to pick the stipulation? And more importantly, what stipulation will they pick? Here we're kicking off SmackDown with a shock to the system, as Kyle O'Reilly is going to be entering for this triple threat match. All 3 teams had to pick one man to be in this match. Kyle O'Reilly was voted in from the Undisputed Era. Big E said Xavier Woods could have the match, and Otis was more than happy to be involved in this match. Tucker said Tucker said to Otis, "Do you want me to go in the match?" And basically Otis was like, "Tucky, I've got this." Sorry, I know I'm making all this up, but like, there's a little bit of backstory. It's all made up because I don't know how to. If there was a way to control that, that'd be cool, like a story. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but back on WWE 2K14, you could make your own stories and have custom speech bubbles. If they brought them back, I'd be able to bring a bit more story into it, but it's mostly matches at the moment. But if you guys want to see like promos or something, like a heel turn promo or a breakup team promo or stuff like that, just ask. But I'm probably going to leave them out as much as I can because I don't enjoy doing them. A lot of time they don't make sense with the situation. Anyway, here comes the second man involved, Xavier Woods. And feel the power. Not often we see Xavier Woods having a solo entrance, but here he is. All alone with the trombone. We know that Big E and Xavier Woods will be the team fighting for the tag team championships, as Kofi Kingston is involved in the Intercontinental Championship match. But Kofi with a night off tonight, due to the fact that he beat Mustafa Ali last week. Now Mustafa Ali's got to have an extra warm-up match. It wasn't an idea I was originally going to have, but I was running out of match ideas for Smackdown, so I added that idea in. There's so much talent on Smackdown that, well, they don't have a match really. Extreme Rules, Backlash. I'm losing my marbles. What I'm trying to say is, I'm doing these showcase matches because not a lot of them have matches at Backlash, and they could lead up to Extreme Rules. And the reason they don't have a lot, the reason they don't have a match at Backlash is because their only chance so far has been in the WWE Championship 6-pack Challenge qualifiers. So for all Extreme Rules, there'll be a lot more opportunities doled out. Obviously, Heavy Machinery and AOP were in a match last week. It was incredibly close. But Dozer and Tucky picked up the victory with a compactor. Looked as if the other Officer playing member had broken up the pin in time, but the ref said he counted to 3 before the breakup occurred. So barely. Heavy Machinery victorious in that match. Now we're going into the triple threat. Kyle O'Reilly, Undisputed Era, Xavier Woods for the New Day, and Otis Dozovic for Heavy Machinery. And Xavier Woods immediately the clothesline to Kyle O'Reilly. Dozer throwing Woods across the ring. And Kyle O'Reilly staying out the match right now. Might be a smart idea. Dozer coming over though and swatting O'Reilly away. And it might have to be a double team on Dozer here. Well, that's out of the question because a Shining Wizard has just been delivered by Xavier Woods to Kyle O'Reilly. So if you don't know, if you just joined or whatever, winner of this will choose the stipulation for the triple threat tag team match at Backlash. There's a rumor backstage that AJ says if Finn Balor, well, it's not an actual obligation, not an actual stipulation of the match, but AJ wants it to be that if Finn Balor loses his handicap match, he loses his chance at the WWE Championship, and I think personally that's unfair. And obviously, so does the SmackDown GM, who I don't even know who it is, but obviously he thinks it's unfair as well. Superplex by Dozer, sends Xavier Woods rolling out. So we just had the match tonight, but it won't be to kick Finn Balor out the match. But AJ did make the argument that if he can't beat the odds, then he doesn't deserve to be against the Phenomenal One. I'm surprised at Karl Anderson turning on Finn Balor like that. All of them were best friends, and now it's become personal heading to Backlash. Left hand to the abdomen. Those were refusing to go down. Back suplex to Xavier Woods after Woods knocks Kyle O'Reilly out of the ring. Into the corner goes Woods. Those are looking for close onto the back. Oh, some right hands of Mephisto by Xavier, and Woods still can't knock down Dozer, but that swinging neckbreaker will. And now Kyle O'Reilly on the receiving end of Xavier Woods' offense as well. Sunset flip powerbomb to the outside.
To me, they increase their chances of victory in a match where the odds are against them.
Now O'Reilly fighting off Woods on the outside, and this could be a problem. He's going straight back in for Dozer, going for the easy target. Never mind, he's changed his mind, coming back up for Woods. Or O'Reilly, come on, man. You know, I'm going to go over here. He can pick who he wants to pick. O'Reilly is obviously broken. I think they both try to go for me. Oh no, I think. Okay. Wait. Sure. If you want, game. Oh, roll up by O'Reilly. I was wondering if we see the New Day pick the stipulation, or the New Day not pick the stipulation, get pinned by Undisputed Era. I'm losing my words all over the place here. Undisputed Era could have picked the stipulation there had Xavier Woods been pinned, but he's kicked out eventually, and now Kyle O'Reilly is in complete control of this match. Dozer back body drop. Stiff right hand. And a sidewalk slam by Dozer. Woods making it back to his feet. Forearm. Oh my. Okay. Fair. I guess that's fair. Knees though. Woods knocking O'Reilly down as Dozer rolls to the outside. Xavier Woods could be looking for it. New Day chant and the honor roll blocked by O'Reilly. Dozer still recovering on the outside. Xavier Woods snap suplex. Fist drop. O'Reilly avoids it, and now Dozer the headbutt. No lariat. Kyle O'Reilly covering out by the ref. Will O'Reilly stay down? No, he won't. Well, there you go. I should remind everyone that this is not elimination. Only fatal four-ways and higher are eliminations. This is just a one-fall match. O'Reilly still fighting in. Dozer knocking down Woods. Now Woods sent to the outside. And Dozer stands tall in the ring. Dozer continues to go after the New Day man. Spinning fist, and now spots Kyle O'Reilly and a jawbreaker. Which one of these three will head into New Day? Or not head into New Day, sorry, head into Backlash. Can I need literally, I have words in front of my fucking face just to actually know what I'm saying. Will New Day be the ones? Will Heavy Machinery be the ones? Will the Undisputed Era be the ones to pick this stipulation? O'Reilly showing off his muscle and Xavier having none of it. This time it will be a roll-up reversal. Oh, Xavier on the outside. Wheelbarrow face buster. Busts O'Reilly open. And now Dozer looks to be a target into the post. Xavier. David for O'Reilly. Oh, blocked by the knees of Kyle O'Reilly. Undisputed Era's man drops the New Day's man on the stairs. Whoever does get the advantage will have. Sorry, whoever does get a stipulation will have a big advantage. I can't. Maybe I should just learn a different language and try and speak that instead. Might be better at it. O'Reilly sending Woods into the ring. Dozer taunting. Not sure what Calora's plan will be here. Okay, I don't think it matters because Dozer's decided, hey, gonna headbutt the bastard. Oh, guillotine choke. Will Kyle O'Reilly tap out Otis here? He has. The headbutt keeps headbutt from Dozer keeps Xavier Woods down, and Kyle O'Reilly's victorious.
No doubt it was a good one.
Well then, the Undisputed Era will pick the stipulation.
But we can't expect every superstar to be on their A game every time, I guess. Overall, this match was average at best, but not every match is going to be memorable. In fact,
Corey said the match was average at best. It was pretty average, but
these guys showed flashes.
There was some good bits of action.
Don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well.
In the end, The guillotine. Took Dozer down. Woods still out from the headbutt from Dozer. And as much as Dozer tried to struggle, it wasn't enough. And Kyle O'Reilly,
Here is your winner.
look at the blood dripping down his face.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in
A big advantage now for the Undisputed Era.
If this match is any indication of what to expect here tonight, we are in for an amazing evening.
My stream could stop lagging, that would be beautiful.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just getting started.
Anyway, up next, I've forgotten what match it is, so I'll see you for it in a second.
You don't want to miss it.
Oh, it's Mustafa Ali and Jinder Mahal's warm-up match for the Triple Threat. Kofi Kingston gets a night off. Jinder Mahal, of course, flanked by the Singh brothers. Here comes a modern-day Maharaja.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sane and Sunil Singh from Punjab, India, weighing in at 238 pounds, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal, of course, qualifying for this Intercontinental Championship match by defeating Zack Ryder. And Jinder better grab this opportunity with both hands.
No question about it. Jinder Mahal has
No idea when
done
he'll get another one.
an amazing job, an incredible job of
He has to earn it, remember. He did earn this by defeating Zack Ryder. Why is the stream so feckin' laggy?
And admiration of the WWE Universe, who he feels has disrespected him every step of the way.
I can thank the Singh brothers for a lot of his success as well.
Yeah, that too.
But here comes another man, obviously, in the Intercontinental title match, because it's a warm-up for that match.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds.
Losing in a pretty... It wasn't a bad match, but they are capable of better. A decent match between him and Kofi Kingston last week.
To breaking barriers, challenging stereotypes.
No, Mustafa Ali, he defeated... Who did he defeat?
Calls himself the heart
Who did he defeat?
of 205 Live, no doubt about that. One of the most exciting competitors in
Hold on a moment, who did he
WWE.
defeat? I can't see. The match is starting. He defeated Dolph Ziggler.
You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going
And
to be
I remember
so
Kofi Kingston defeated...
mano a mano.
If you haven't hit
Okay, I don't remember.
now
Roderick Strong.
might be a
He
good
defeated
time to
Roderick
do
Strong
that.
in one of the
These
match
guys
of the
are gonna have a
nights
match you'll wanna
not
watch
long ago.
over and over again.
Look for Jinder Mahal to lean on
Okay.
his in-ring style of
Ali, you're going to have
slow,
to switch up moves a little bit, buddy.
and smothering pace.
And a mean streak that goes
Jinder
straight
Mahal
to
walked
the
straight to Ali and tried to move on him, and Ali was quick to counter. Obviously, Jinder, the more powerful in this match, which means Ali's going to have to use his quickness to avoid the power of Jinder. Oh, goes for a springboard move early. Not a smart maneuver at all by Mustafa Ali.
Oh, nasty impact.
Jinder Mahal goes nowhere without Singh brothers. But come Backlash, he will have to, because you can't manage as a triple threats. Which is still dumb. I think he should. And an early submission attempt. You really think that's going to do it? Quickness of Ali helps him break out. Backstabber.
Just ugly impact.
Jinder in position now for Ali. Oh, Jinder just rolled slightly. You see that there. But Ali's not phased. Oh, leg sweep. Okay, I was going to say, because I didn't touch him. Using his post mobility. Ali just try to fight back here.
It just goes along with the territory, and he knows that.
Hurricane Rana.
Concerned at this point.
He seemed more motivated than ever heading into this match, which makes me think he's still
Two of the three that will compete. Kofi Kingston was considerate. What the heck? Okay. I might have to stop this streaming a bit because the fucking lag is not. It's not good. Back to our attempts again. Anyway, what I was trying to say. Kofi was thinking about trying to manage Mustafa Ali to even the odds, but doesn't want Mustafa to make the mistake that they are friends because they're going to be opponents on Sunday. So he decided not to bother. I guess it's fair enough at the end of the day. Roll through, power bomb by Mustafa Ali.
Uh-oh, look at this.
Ali's caught Mahal, suplex.
Suplex. Keep your eye on this one.
Mustafa going up top.
He's not going
Not only that, he's calling the modern day Maharaja to his feet.
right where he is.
Oh, Jinder avoids a drop kick. Mustafa trying to fight back from Jinder. The power may come into Jinder's control here. Oh, he's just throwing Ali to the outside for absolutely no reason whatsoever other than because he can.
A lesser man would have given up and walked away by now.
This is where we find out who the better man is, and at this point, it could very well be either one of these.
He's just
That's how
controlling Ali now against the table. Was one of his challengers.
there's the reversal.
Ali able to reverse. Back in the ring goes Jinder. And why? Okay. Ali was thinking about getting a weapon, but he didn't. Drop kick.
He's struggling a bit here. This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time.
Oh, show off. And now Ali.
Has disappeared, and with good reason. He's taken quite a beating.
Okay, for real though, what's going on with my stream? All the other matches aren't as bad as this. Maybe, I don't know. Is it? I don't know if it's bad weather or what, to be honest with you. I might stop after this match and do the rest tomorrow. It's going to be shit weather. Swinging net breaker by Ali. Work on the arm, it'll help soften the impact of the collapse possibly if Jinder does get to hit it. Knee avoided by Ali, backstabber avoided by Mahal. German suplex, the Monday Maharaja. He's getting booed out of the building. I don't usually look at my stream that much, to be honest, because I usually think it's okay, but watching it tonight, it's been a bit more pixelated, a bit more laggy in the cover now. Doesn't need the rope break, digs out his shoulder, or digs deep to get shoulder up. I might just not do this next, I'm tired anyway. I think I got too close, to be honest. Punch me away a bit. I'm gonna try it now. Neck breaker. Slingshot neck breaker. Samir and Sunil done nothing because they are positive that Jinder can kick out, which, I mean, he does, so they're not wrong.
Really seems like Mustafa Ali is in a world of hurt.
Turning Jinder over now. Boston Crab, rope break. And the Singh brother getting involved here.
Look out here.
Now Mustafa Ali taking an issue with the Singh brothers. A drop kick to Mahal, and Mustafa Ali is on fire. He needs to bring this fire to Backlash if he's gonna win his first championship. Back elbow now by Jinder. Another right hand. Desperation right hand and a boot by Jinder. Oh boy, this is not where you want to be. If you're Ali, personally, I would not like to be in this position if I was Ali.
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
Ali on the shoulders of Jinder, but reverses it with a DDT. Quickness of Ali may keep him in his match yet. Last attempt, Jinder blocked by Ali.
He's looking a little wobbly here, guys. Michael, his legs
And Ali seems to be at home on Smackdown, off the ropes. Oh, crossbody. And now Jinder in perfect position for Ali. And it looks like he's going 0-5-4. Will that be the end of the match here? Yes, it will. Jinder tried to go for the collapse, but it wasn't to be. Mustafa Ali victorious in his warm-up match. We weren't sure how he'd perform after last week's match with Kofi Kingston. He seemed a bit off colour, but he came back on fire tonight. He gets a victory over a former WWE champion, so
still finds a way to surprise us. Good stuff.
For Ali, that's a big win. I think it was his DDT that led to a downfall of Mahal.
That's the kind of match that makes
that was a reversal of the collapse, I believe. And here we go. Singh Brothers watching on the 0-5-4. And the Singh Brothers didn't interfere. Surprising. I'm guessing that's because Ali cross-bodied one of them and took down the other one with a Hurricane Rana. I'd think twice if that happened to me, to be honest, about interfering with the match. Mustafa Ali gets back some momentum after losing to Kofi Kingston. It's all to play for at Backlash in that triple threat Intercontinental Championship match. But up next, we've got a showcase kind of match between Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan.
Supreme.
Well, Dolph Ziggler really needs to get back on the trail, really, after losing to Mustafa Ali and losing his Intercontinental title match. But he's requested a match against one of the best SmackDown has to offer. Enter Daniel Bryan. It should be a fast-paced, high-octane match. So without further ado, let's go. Got a bit of a headache, but I want to get Smackdown up tonight, so I'll overcome it. All being well. Please, Mixer, don't dick me up now. Please actually be working. Here comes Ziggler being booed out of the building. Ziggler says he wants to challenge one of the best on SmackDown to get his career back on track. I believe he is facing one of, if not the best, that SmackDown ever had. Of course, he lost to Mustafa Ali. You were talking about it not so long ago. He lost to Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali getting into Continental Championship match ahead of Dolph Ziggler. What is this lag that my stream is producing? Anyway, here comes his opponent. One of the best. One of the underdogs, the true underdogs of WWE. Here comes Daniel Bryan, the crowd firmly on his side. And the truth is, I kept him as a face because I didn't know where to put the heel Daniel Bryan. Plus, I don't know if I like him more as a face or a heel. He does good as both, but those yes chants with Thunderous, and I mean, some of the loudest of the modern era, so I don't know. I think he goes over better as a face, but he can make anything work, to be honest. So, and I mean, look at this arena, going absolutely ballistic from the former WWE champion, who's involved in a six-pack challenge to contend for the WWE title. Came out on the losing end. I've forgotten which one he was in, the first one or the second one. I can't remember. But he came out on the losing end. He hasn't wrestled since that six-pack challenge, but now here he is. Dolph Ziggler wanted to challenge one of the best, and he's been answered by Daniel Bryan. And these two go back. These two go a bit back.
We're at a crossroads. Neither competitor's
Dolph Ziggler headlocking Bryan and a takedown from Ziggler. Oh, cocky punch there by Ziggler. Back into a collar and elbow. Ziggler winning once again. Maybe he's determined to get his career back. Daniel Bryan drop down. Leapfrog. German suplex. Okay, I think maybe he underestimated Bryan a little bit. Bryan just giving Ziggler a time to get back up. And a third collar and elbow. This time Bryan winning with the arm. Ziggler immediately countering though, the arm behind Bryan's back. And an STO. And a slam by Ziggler. Not even entertaining another collar and elbow. Back elbow by Ziggler. Wants to prove that he can win the big one. I mean, he lost to Mustafa Ali, so the moment he needs to prove that he can get his career back on track. Although Daniel Bryan lost his first chance at the WWE title as well, so I guess you think about it, these guys are kind of similar places. Just Dolph Ziggler is probably a little bit lower. He feels like he needs to prove more than Daniel Bryan does, perhaps. Suplex by Bryan. Just clubbing Ziggler. Looking for another suplex, perhaps. Ziggler sending Bryan across the ring. Leapfrog. Drop down. Bryan reverses. And now this is problematic for the show off. Tornado DDT. Cover.
He's going for the pin. And a kick out, not even close.
Ziggler fighting out though. Daniel Bryan is on his game tonight.
Oh man, that's just nasty.
Ziggler's been on. Ziggler wasn't his game at the beginning, but he's starting to go off a little bit. Starting to maneuver away from possibly whatever game plan he had.
Ziggler turns it around.
Ziggler does turn it around and a takedown at the leg. Amateur wrestling takedown by Ziggler. Elbow by Bryan.
The WWE Universe knows when that bell rings,
Reversal.
looking to steal the show. The show-off takes
Into the
pride in
corner.
taking down
Goes
any
Bryan.
superstar
Ziggler
who
misses.
steps in front of him.
He's moving the corner and Daniel Bryan hooks the arms for a suplex. Splash to the back of Ziggler. Daniel Bryan is on a roll here. Once again hooking the arms, and this time pinning combo off it.
Dolph Ziggler's talent is second to none.
Oh, Ziggler is kicking out.
Have the best match on the card every single night. And the term show-off is more than just a moniker. For Ziggler, it's a way of life.
I was listening to what the commentators were saying about Ziggler. Uppercut into the corner now.
Men want to be Dolph Ziggler, and women
Ziggler gets his ears boxed by Bryan. If I could say his name, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Now drop down on the knee. Ziggler's been getting a little bit off the pace here, I would say. Daniel Bryan pulling up the show off for second rope maneuver, just lining up a drop kick. Oh boy.
Here's Dolph Ziggler in position now.
Bryan blocking the zigzag. Ziggler going for an early opportunity to his finisher. Now Bryan turning it around. Crowd chanting, "This is awesome." Daniel Bryan's got Ziggler on the outside, and I think if you know Daniel Bryan, you know he's going to go for a suicide dive.
But he's got to capitalize now.
My feet are going numb. Oh.
He might have it.
This is also according to the fans. And Daniel Bryan leads him in a yes chant. The referee begins his count. Daniel Bryan sending Dolph back into the ring. Another suplex. Ziggler aware of it. Drop kick avoided by Bryan. It goes for a roll-up attempt. Interesting move here.
Well, that was a close call.
Ziggler kicking out. Reversal by Ziggler now. Kick to the gut and a clothesline, and this could be where the show off comes into his own here. He's got an opening against Daniel Bryan. Ziggler rubbing Bryan's face along the ropes. Bryan down to one knee. Ziggler plants Daniel Bryan with a DDT and a cover now. Bryan kicks out.
Just not enough damage done yet, Cole.
Not enough damage done to Daniel Bryan, according to the commentators. I think the commentators could be right. Ziggler headlocking the former WWE champion, who just, I mean, I don't know if he's the strongest out of these two, possibly equal in strength, but Bryan able to power out.
He's not in a good spot here, guys.
Daniel Bryan, back suplex. Now Daniel Bryan for Ziggler, where he wants to be, and now working on the arm. And now it's Ziggler's turn to try and escape.
We've got one of the best ever mat technicians in the ring right here. Guys, how can you beat Daniel Bryan?
Well, as you alluded to,
Ziggler isn't able to escape.
Caught up grappling with Daniel Bryan. He's got counters for almost any move and tons of submissions that he can apply from
Daniel Bryan with some hard-hitting strikes, and Ziggler is just able to take him right now.
Daniel Bryan is probably better.
Ziggler countering Bryan in the corner.
I want to go back to our Daniel Bryan strategy discussion from earlier.
Elbow to the shoulder.
Byron argued that trying to out-wrestle Daniel Bryan wouldn't
Dolph
work.
Ziggler.
What would you do?
Well, I'm still not sure.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but Bryan has, well, has countered it really. I can't really expand on it more than that.
If you have a strength or speed advantage against Daniel Bryan,
Daniel Bryan hooks the arms again. Once again, the suplex, and I mean Ziggler could be, well, he is in trouble.
this could be all she wrote.
The yes kicks by D-Bry.
This one's over, guys. Oh man, Dolph Ziggler needs
Not
to
what I
dig
was
down
trying to
deep.
do, but sure. Hooking Ziggler's arms. Butterfly suplex. Kick and a punch and more strikes.
No question, he's found a burst.
He's in a little bit of trouble now.
Ziggler really trying to prove himself against Daniel Bryan tonight.
This match is trending in
He's
a
taking all the
bad
punishment
direction
Bryan's
for him right now, guys.
dished out, and
Some changes if he wants to stay in.
he's been able to fight against it. Now the famous, sir.
Ziggler has this match in hand, guys.
Uh-oh.
That slam caught us all off guard.
Jawbreaker.
Debilitating neck breaker.
And Ziggler is taking completely over since hitting that famous, sir. Bryan could be in a bit of trouble here. Ziggler might be looking for the finishing touch on the former WWE champion. Is he going zigzag once again? It seems to be the case.
Wow, I thought he would have gone.
Bryan able to counter.
Ziggler turns it around.
Ziggler able to counter. Bryan with a clothesline. And these two just fighting tooth and nail right now.
You have to wonder how much longer he can go on like this. Oh man, he has plenty of
Hooking
reasons
the
he
arms
can
for another
serve here.
suplex.
But you know what? So does his
Ziggler
opposition. This is about
had
as
Bryan in the
close
palm
as
of his
it
hand.
gets.
Oh, and he reverses
He
it.
just can't get that home run shot. Drop kick to the back. This might be setting up something. Into the corner again. Is he going to follow up with another drop kick to the back? No. Shot to the just punches. Repeated punches by Ziggler to Bryan. Bryan hooking the arms once again, just throwing Ziggler. And Ziggler can't, I mean, he has tried this match to get some rhythm, but he can't seem to, I don't know, he can't seem to win.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight is taking out of these men.
Bryan suplexing Ziggler again, and Ziggler is in a worse position than he was.
He's looking at it.
And now Daniel Bryan looking for the heel hook,
The Achilles lock. You can feel
or the
the
Achilles lock, whatever you want to call it. It's a vicious submission on the legs. It may force Dolph to tap. It doesn't. Ziggler fighting out. Keeps Daniel on the mat. Goes to the arms. Could, well, I mean, it could reduce how, well, it could change how Daniel Bryan applies the S-lock, basically, is what I'm trying to go for here. Basically, I'm trying to words and it's not working. Dragon suplex to Ziggler, cover. Ziggler still fighting in. And you gotta give Ziggler all the credit in the world here. Bryan sends Ziggler in the opposite corner. Ziggler fighting out, elbow and neckbreaker by Ziggler. And Ziggler is definitely showing that he wants to get his career back on track. Daniel Bryan seems to be struggling, I guess, right now. Kick to the leg. Ziggler got some plan involving the legs, possibly. The show-off elbow by Ziggler. And a cover now on Bryan. Kicks out again. Ziggler is getting annoyed that he can't put Bryan out. Lining up the jawbreaker once again. Uppercut reversal by Daniel Bryan.
At this point, it looks like even the winner of this match will walk
I don't even know who's going to win this. Oh, I know the only winners right now are the crowd. Dolph Ziggler sends Bryan to the outside.
Here's Dolph Ziggler in position now.
Ziggler looking for a high-risk maneuver.
Look at this.
Ziggler, unfortunately, swinging a miss. Daniel Bryan still stunned. Ziggler trying to get back to his feet.
Both these superstars appear to be operating on fumes here.
Daniel Bryan was playing possum.
Gets out of the way of that one.
Running knee on the outside.
Look at this again, guys.
This match might just
Out of
be
nowhere, the B plus knee of Daniel Bryan, or the knee plus, whatever you want to call it. It connected straight to Ziggler.
He wants no part of the outside.
And now back in.
Here he goes.
Daniel Bryan going for a second time just to ensure that Ziggler can't get back up. Another knee
This is
plus.
his opportunity to win this thing. Look at this. 2, 3.
And Daniel Bryan overcomes Dolph Ziggler.
It's all over.
But there was flashes there of Dolph Ziggler
Let's
going
take
back
another look at
to
this
his old
guy's
self.
action. I'm not easily
His
impressed,
show,
but even I
showing
thought
off
that match
his,
was one of the best
just-
I've seen in a while.
I don't know, just
That's what I love
his
about
talent,
the
really, I
WWE.
guess.
A match that lives
Be the
up to
word
expectations,
to describe
but
it.
still finds a way to surprise us. Good stuff.
Ziggler couldn't get that home run shot. Daniel Bryan did. Knee plus to the outside.
Big win here.
Rolling him back in just for an extra knee plus to guarantee that Ziggler was staying down for 3 in the Yes Army. Chanting yes with Daniel Bryan here.
Plenty more action still to come here
Their
tonight.
leader has been victorious here. And Dolph Ziggler, I'm not sure where he goes from here, but Daniel Bryan may have put himself in line for a possible championship match following Backlash. But anyway, up next, I don't remember the match again. I think it's a women's match. Oh, Kairi Sane will take on Ember Moon. Alright, I've got a bit of story behind this one because I recorded this match already, but it came out in such bad quality that I decided to redo it. So we're doing it on exhibition mode. I didn't really feel like having a terrible quality match as part of the show. The quality started getting bad at the end of Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, but I didn't notice, and I'm going to keep that match because it was literally near the end of the match that it happened. But for this match, it was most of the match. So what I'm doing is I'm redoing this match, and hopefully it'll come out good. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. But this is the reason why Smackdown's been delayed, so I apologise if it's a bit late getting up on YouTube. I know I was saying, well, I don't know if you heard me or if I said it in this match, last video or whatever, but what I'm aiming for is, I'm aiming for Backlash to be up on Friday now, I think, instead of Thursday. Because it is Wednesday now, and I need to still do NXT 205 and NXT UK. So Friday or even possibly Saturday for Backlash, I think.
There is an absolutely big fight feel.
Here comes the Pirate Princess.
Yeah, and judging
Kairi
from the vibe
Sane.
here currently, it seems to me like this is the one this sold-out crowd came to see.
I try and get into a rhythm with uploading these because I always try and get into sort of a pattern, and I lose that pattern because I'm either something happens, I can't stream, or I'm playing with friends, so I just end up not streaming, stuff like that. I need to get into a pattern really, but you just never seem to stick to it. But anyway, interesting women's match here between Kairi Sane and Ember Moon. And if you don't know already, or if I hadn't mentioned it yet, there's going to be a 6-woman open match basically for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash. The first 6 women to enter that will be 6 women eligible to win the SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash. I literally had no idea what to do with the SmackDown Women's title, but now I've had an idea. I'm going to go with it. Anyway, here comes the War Goddess, and anyone is eligible, whether you've won your first match, whether you lost your first match, whether you haven't even wrestled yet. Anyone on the SmackDown roster, well, SmackDown Women's roster I should say, is eligible to enter. If you don't know the SmackDown Women's roster, go back to episode 1, and at the start of the episode I reveal all the rosters, so look on there and you'll see.
And her opponent.
Definitely not dancing to Ember Moon's theme.
Ember Moon.
Definitely not.
Here comes a woman who many are saying is the future of the women's division. Ember
So I'm hoping to get this SmackDown if everything goes to plan, which of course it probably won't, knowing me. I will try to get this up today, and then also upload NXT night. And tomorrow, 205 Live, tomorrow night, NXT UK. Probably Saturday morning, or Friday morning, sorry. Backlash pre-show. And then at the end of the day, probably the whole Backlash show itself. I don't know if I'm going to premiere that yet, though. I'm still 50-50 on it yet. But anyway, we've got an insanely good women's match up on tap now. Ember Moon wrenching the arm.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
And then Kairi Sane down to one knee. Ember Moon gets the early advantage here. Kairi Sane on drag reversal and doesn't want the chain grapple, just wants to get to striking Ember Moon. And it might be a smart idea for Kairi. Oh! Suplex. And strikes from Sane now. Got by Ember Moon and a suplex. I'd say these two are very evenly matched anyway. Both former NXT Women's Champions. Both eligible for the SmackDown Women's Championship Open. Off the ropes now goes Kairi Sane. Drop down from Ember Moon. Leapfrog. Drop kick blocked. Strong right hand. Ember Moon fights off Sane. Fisherman driver by Ember Moon. It's been a strong start for the War Goddess. Kairi's trying to fight back, but hasn't seemed to be able to so far. Now a headlock, wrapping the arms around the neck of Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane able to power out. Now I'm dragging Ember Moon out of the hold. Kick to the abdomen by Ember. And now Hurricane Rana on Kairi Sane. Chop block by Sane. Double axe handle takedown. Kairi Sane seriously taking control here. Oh, DDT, a very actful one as well. Blocks Kairi Sane. Death Valley driver by Ember Moon as well. The War Goddess means business if she is to enter that SmackDown Women's Open. Then she wants to have the best possible amount of momentum. But likewise for Sane, really. Hurricane Rana by Ember. The War Goddess. Trying to maintain control here. Elbow now by Ember Moon. If you Kairi Sane, how do you fight back against this realistically? On one knee now. Ember Moon off the ropes and plants Sane.
Not looking good for her right now. If she's not careful, she's going to find herself in some serious trouble here.
To me, guys, like
She seems to be in trouble here. Ember Moon.
And now she's paying for it.
Control in the match. Jawbreaker. The cover on Sane. It's a one kick out for all that punishment. You gotta give credit where credit's due there. Knee to the back by Moon. Sends Kairi back to the canvas.
Got the leg hooked.
Fisherman driver again.
Byron, one thing we learned very early on about Ember Moon
Sane.
is that she can overcome any adversity.
Back elbow.
Yeah, I think she proved that most in 2017 when she was sidelined for several
Ember
weeks
Moon fights off.
due to a shoulder injury. But
Kairi Sane.
eventually returned to capture
Sane
the
chopping the arm.
NXT Women's
Gallows handle missed by Sane, reversed by Moon. Now, once again, side suplex takes down Kairi Sane, and now top rope goes Ember Moon.
If I could reinforce what Byron was saying about Ember Moon's NXT Women's
Knee
Championship
drop.
victory, what made it so impressive, in my opinion, is that she
Perfect
had
connection with the
beat
knee
no
drop on
one
Kairi
for
Sane, and
3
now
of the
calling Kairi Sane up.
That's right. It was that takeover War Games where Ember Moon turned back
Missile drop kick perfectly connected as well. Now it looks as if Ember Moon's going for the surfboard. Boot to the back though.
Good night. She is on fire.
What's Ember thinking now?
When it comes to Ember Moon, one thing's for certain, guys. She made an
Jawbreaker on
instant
Sane, wearing down Sane possibly for that
in her
clips.
first ever match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2.
Right hand by Sane and a drop kick.
On the mark.
Kairi Sane just trying to get back into this match now. Keeping Moon grounded, smart idea. If she can't go for that clips.
Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
Now Kairi going for a cover.
About Ember Moon's debut. She made her presence felt on day one and never looked back.
And Ember
Hitting
Moon
some
with a
pretty
kick out.
Big names in the process.
Yeah, anytime you can
Knee
say
to the back by
defeated
Sane.
the likes of Shayna Baszler and Ruby Riott, you know you're legit.
The corner now.
No, she's too quick.
Ember
for
Moon
her.
avoids.
Not so fast.
Hurricane Rana once again by Moon. And Ember Moon is in her, well, she's in her zone right now. Setting up Sane in the corner. They're going across the ring. Clothesline by Ember Moon to Sane.
Shoulders on the mat. And she kicks out at 2.
And Kairi fighting out.
Complete domination here.
Ember Moon. Let's get control here.
From behind.
Again, a Hurricane Rana. Every time.
Byron brought up Kairi Sane's arrival.
Every time Ember goes for that, Kairi seems unable
She's
to reverse it.
featuring 32
Forearms
women
again.
competitors from around the globe.
Oh, reversal by Sane.
Opposition to take home the trophy.
In order to win the tournament, Sane beat some of the top NXT
She shows signs of life.
Ember
She's shown
blocks.
a lot more than that.
Kairi Sane on the top rope.
This isn't good.
Ember
No
Moon
question about it, Cole.
is countered by Sane. Off the ropes, drop kick.
She's beginning to take some heat here. Her opponent's clearly getting the best of her here.
Kairi Sane trying to get back into this match once again. She always seems to be on the trying to get back into the match kind of end of things rather than being in control sort of end of things. Spear in the corner though by Sane. And down goes Moon. Sane's working on the arm. That'll damage the chances of a pack full of clips of the Moon. Kairi Sane looking tired.
These superstars
Picks up
the
Ember
wings right now
into
have
the corner
really
now.
been an absolutely thrilling matchup.
Kairi Sane might be looking for the finish once again.
Turning the tables.
And once again Ember with the counter.
I think she's trying to prove a point here. You gotta believe this one's over.
Clothesline.
Ability from Ember Moon.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Ember saying, come on, Kairi. Kairi not put up much of a fight.
I thought that was it.
He kicks out there, though.
Going all the way up.
Now Ember.
She wants to finish
Charging
this.
up the Eclipse here.
She's looking at it.
And she connects with it.
This one's over, guys.
Byron, let's get another look at
Perfect
that.
connection
You
with
get
the
all the way
Eclipse.
For me, Michael.
Cover now by Moon.
We got a rope break.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Only option is to go for it again. Ember Moon will try to hit the Eclipse a second
She's
time.
got her where she wants her. Oh no, we know what the Eclipse.
That has got to be it.
Once again,
Beautiful move.
connects with the Eclipse. Ember Moon.
Moon did it.
Victorious over Kairi Sane. And Kairi didn't put up much of a fight there.
Ember Moon.
Surprising come from Kairi Sane, but Ember Moon
And this one's in the books.
Wow, when you pick up a
gets the
pinfall
victory
victory
here.
over somebody like that,
Heading into
you've done
Backlash.
something right.
As we close the book on this match, I need to remind everybody just how
I can't remember what's up next. I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
simply amazing.
Where did I put my notes? Bear with me. Up next is Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Decent match up next. It's been a bit of a messy edition of SmackDown so far, if I'm being quite honest. There's matches that I've had to repeat a couple of times just due to quality, and then I don't know, it's just been a not an easy episode. It's been taking longer than I expected. It should have been up yesterday, I'm pretty sure, but I had to delay it due to unforeseen circumstances with some of the matches, basically. And by some of the matches, I mean the one that just happened now finally got done. Not a hitch. Anyway, here comes the Viper, Randy Orton. This is going to be an interesting match, an intriguing match. Kind of a showcase match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton and Kevin Owens were in the same six-pack challenge qualifier match. Obviously both won a big win here.
Cool, calm, collected, but laser focused.
And ready to explode at a
Randy Orton seems ready.
with an RKO out of nowhere.
Kevin Owens has to be aware that RKO could come at any time from any place. And Randall, Keith Orton. In real life, he's going to be challenging for the WWE Championship. On this universe mode right now, he's going to be facing Kevin Owens.
As smooth as anyone in the business. And as dangerous as anyone that walks the planet Earth.
Randy Orton looks ready. Will Kevin Owens be ready? Randy Orton. Here he comes.
And his opponent, from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin.
Obviously, neither of these men could actually get to the WWE Championship match because that's being contested between AJ Styles and Finn Balor in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Backlash. These men on the card, but they want to prove themselves for Extreme Rules.
I hope for Kevin's sake, everyone leaves him alone. Poor Kevin's got the worst luck, is constantly mistreated by general managers on both Raw and SmackDown.
You ever stop to think that maybe the fault is Kevin Owens? Maybe it's the fault of the guy looking at him in the mirror? Kevin Owens is the most paranoid superstar I've ever seen. It's always everybody else's fault.
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton about to happen right now.
Michael Cole, Corey Graves,
Into car and elbow immediately. Randy Orton getting a headlock to start with.
Randy Orton has over 15
Crowd trying to kill Owens, kill. Off the ropes goes Randy Orton. Owens drop down. Leapfrog by Owens. Man that size is pretty impressive. Clubbing both to the block by Orton. Right hand by Owens. Both these guys have cancelled out each other so far. Another headlock by Orton. And off the rope again goes Orton. He manages to stop himself. Kevin Owens, Michinoku driver. First big move of the match goes to Kevin Owens. Back into another Karl elbow. This time Owens wins out. Work on the arm. Oh, the arm behind Orton's back. Randy Orton switches positions though. Kevin Owens locking the arm on the mat now. Just wrenching on it. And both these two guys seem to be equal to each other so far this match. Wrenching on the head is Randy Orton. Kevin Owens powers out. Randy Orton with a right hand. Kevin Owens with a boot to the abdomen. And now this could be an opportunity for Owens. Samoan drop. Now German suplex. And Owens has the advantage over Randy Orton early on in this match. Back elbow by Orton. Orton now in the ropes. And KO drops him on the ropes. And Orton needs to regroup like the commentator said. Because Kevin Owens has had a lot of control of this match. And a arm drag by Orton. Uppercut now by the Viper. And this might be where Orton gets back into this match. Remember the RKO can come from out of nowhere. They're cover now from the Viper. And Owens fights out. So still, you'd be forgiven for thinking this is the main event because of how big the two superstars in the match are, but it isn't the main event. The main event will be a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's also going to be a 2-out-3 fall stipulation. Basically, Finn Balor has to pin both members of the club. AJ said that Finn Balor doesn't deserve the opportunity and he has to beat both club members. But to be fair, Balor earned the opportunity as well as easily as AJ Styles, well, not as easily, but as much as AJ Styles did. In the same way that AJ did. So the whole lot, Finn Balor needs to beat both of them to get the title shot still is not on the line. But basically, I guess if Finn Balor doesn't win, then it's bad news for him really. Kevin Owens sends Randy Orton into the corner once again. Right hand blocked by the Viper. Owens blocking and knocking down the Viper. A big run up by Owens into the cannonball.
What's he gonna do now? Now Kevin Owens needs to capitalize on this opportunity.
I think Owens realizes that.
Kevin Owens, the cannonball on Orton. And now gutbuster to the Viper. Now Owens.
Kevin Owens setting it up.
Pop-up power bomb.
Here's his chance to
Will
win
that
this.
be the victory here?
Kevin Owens with a cover. And he kicks out.
Orton kicks out of the pop-up power bomb at 2.
Success breeds success, and he's definitely having some right now.
KO Mania needs to not let up now.
And Randy Orton
That one
just
big move's
slips
failed.
out of harm's way.
Although Randy Orton sends Owens into the ropes. And Vintage Orton here. DDT plants Kevin Owens.
How much he has left. Randy
And now Randall.
Orton can end this. He's fighting back here.
RKO
I
blocked.
expected nothing less, Cole.
Nobody controls the pace of the match. Quite like
Owens
this
though
guy.
can't take advantage, and the backbreaker by Orton takes down Kevin Owens. Randy continuing the punishment.
Right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. He might have
Come back now by the Viper.
Spear from the animal. But he's got to capitalize now.
Power slam by Orton.
power slam. Can he finish the job? Success. Great job escaping.
And this time Owens blocks
Heavy duty right
the
hand.
DDT, and
Off his feet.
Now that's a
Owens
takedown.
now keeping control. Swinging suplex.
Under suplex.
And Kevin Owens, Angle needs to do a lot more punishment to the Viper before he stays down.
Target.
If you know Randy Orton, you know it took a lot to keep him on that mat for the count of 3.
The quick reversal there by
Haymaker battle now between Orton
When this
and
goes
Owens.
on, look out.
Owens relentless with his right hands.
Guys, you got to do something to get back in this thing.
And what is Kevin Owens thinking now? Send Orton to the outside. Oh boy,
what was going to happen here?
not this. Not this.
Wait, oh no, don't.
Power bomb on the apron.
Well, he got him. Let's look at this again. He's
And Orton
looking
might
at
be
it.
out of commission here. Kevin Owens looking for a count out victory.
There goes KO with the mind games.
5 count now. Orton's actually slowly making it back to his feet. 6 count now.
A lot of people are questioning how this superstar
7,
becomes such a
and
favorable spot in
Owens
this
meets
week's
Orton
match.
as he's getting in the ring. Doesn't give Orton a minute to breathe.
Logical.
Once again, though, Orton catches Owens.
Out to dry.
Spike DDT.
Things aren't going so well for Kevin Owens.
Know what's Randy thinking. Across the ring
Kevin Owens doing a great
goes
job
Randy.
turning that one around.
The Viper picks up Owens and throws him down.
Just slips out of harm's way.
I'm not sure what the Viper's thinking here. Nobody seems to know ever what the Viper's thinking, but Orton just grating Owens' face around on the ropes and now swinging it into a neck breaker. He could be lining up for the finale here. He could be lining up for another RKO.
A minor miracle might be needed to
Randy
overcome
Orton,
this beating.
only you know.
A quick reversal by
Kevin Owens,
He's a guy that can turn it on whenever
DDT on Orton, bringing him back into the ring.
Here we go. Kevin Owens is set.
KO calling up the Viper.
He can't withstand one bit more.
And this might finish him off, driving him down on the knee. Randy Orton
But this
being
kid
covered by Owens.
got left in the tank to capitalize. I wouldn't have been
And Orton
surprised
kicks
if that
out.
was it. Wow. With all the damage done, you
Once
have
again,
to
try to go
wonder
for a-
how much more it'll take.
A grapple there. Headlock perhaps.
Kevin Owens just too fast for him. Surprisingly
KO.
quick.
As Orton up on the top rope. DDT. And that's going to spike the Viper. Orton kicks the abdomen into the corner once again. Owens with a clothesline to the back. And Owens feels as if he's in complete control here. Trying for that headlock again, I believe. No, Randy Orton. Owens exactly where he wants him here. Owens fighting back though. I think Court might be going for that avalanche RKO. Kevin Owens seems to predict it. No, right hands by Orton. Orton reverses. Randy. Taking Kevin's face along the ropes again. An arm bar by the Viper now. Interesting. You don't see this much from Randy Orton. But any way possible.
He somehow breaks free. Nice, but he clearly has next to nothing left to give here. Whoa, down he goes. That was impressive, Cole.
Kevin Owens with a ferocious right hand. Sorry, I was talking to my mother. She just came in, so that's where I went suddenly there. Now Owens, torture rack. Into a net breaker. And a cover now. Orton out again.
Now in the shape he's in, Randy Orton finds a way to power through.
Oh, nasty impact.
Orton takes Owens down. I don't know how he doesn't lose reversal from that for sure.
Ooh, what impact.
Vicious clothesline by Owens.
There he goes. Knocked right off his feet.
Although Owens is thinking here, but Orton with an elbow.
Kevin Owens just too fast for him.
Owens blocking. Foot to the gut. Another swinging suplex.
Nice.
And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
Orton turns it around with the elbow. Now follow away slam. Still working on the arm for some absurd reason. Not sure why. So try to go for that top rope RKO. Interesting strategy by the Viper. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. Randy Orton. Planning on snake eyes. And now the RKO.
But can he fall? He's going for the pin. This could be it. Into the pay window.
And somehow Owens gets his shoulder up. And a stunner by Owens. Out of nowhere. Orton trying to continue his punishment from what happened to the RKO, and now Owens hits the stunner. And Orton's out for the count. Kevin Owens victorious.
And here's another look at what made that match so special. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should
Victory
just be
for
proud to
KO.
be a part of.
They're on Smackdown.
Performance.
A big win. A big fight apart from the Viper.
Lucky people, you might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times. Epic.
Here is your winner,
Kevin Owens stands tall.
An amazing contest comes to a close.
Orton wouldn't stay down from the pop-up powerbomb. Owens wouldn't stay down from the RKO, and in the end, it took the stunner for the match to be ended. Kevin Owens picks up a big victory. It might not mean anything for now, but it could mean something heading into Backlash. Anyway, up next, the main event is Finn Balor takes on the Club. Okay, so here we go in the main event, and if you don't know already, it's Finn Balor who's going to be taking on both members of the Club. But a special stipulation in place: Finn Balor has to pin. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, but for the second fall to count, Balor has to pin the Club member that he didn't pin originally. So basically, he has to pin both members of the Club to win the match. That makes sense, I guess. It's basically a challenge from AJ Styles as well as a challenge for Finn Balor. to see if he can really hang with AJ Styles. But AJ Styles doesn't have a warm-up match, which is intriguing to think about, really, more than anything. But here comes one half of the WWE Championship match at Backlash. Balor, AJ, Gallows and Anderson were involved in the friendly tag team match last week. Seems as if Balor has forgotten his Smackdown attire, his blue stuff. Sorry, his red stuff. Everything just keeps going wrong on SmackDown. But anyway, Bray County Wicklow Island's man. Look at Bray Wyatt for a second there because he said Bray. But Bray's man here, Finn Balor. He's got the odds stacked against it here. But like I said, AJ Styles, curiously enough, doesn't have a warm-up match. And it turns out that Anderson was on the side of AJ Styles and Luke Gallows all along. And Finn Balor, the odds against him.
For the Irishman, Finn Balor.
This man is
And
in
Phil
a
Balor, what?
with a
Right.
profound
Can I speak
skill
English
set
for once, please?
that we have
Will Finn
never
Balor
witnessed
have luck on his
before.
side? About to see.
A world-renowned superstar. Former NXT champion, the first
And a lot of the
ever
audience tonight are here in
Universal
Balor Club.
Champion, Finn Balor, ladies and gentlemen, is for real.
How many people will be on Balor Club's side? And how many people will be on
Guys, if you're looking for
the club, just the club's
example
side,
of a
really?
Superstar who has it, who has the it factor, look no further.
If Finn Balor pins the same guy twice, the match will have to restart.
Byron, are you friends with Anderson and Gallows? I'd like to consider myself on good terms with them.
Because they talk about you a lot.
Oh yeah? What do they say?
Here
They
come
say, nerd!
AJ Styles' bodyguards or henchmen, so to speak.
Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson.
The Good Brothers haven't really been good brothers
Anderson and Gallows, one
to
of
Finn
the
Balor.
all-time great tag teams around the world.
I'm sure Finn Balor will want to get his hands on one of the Good Brothers more than the other.
Former tag team
But
champions here in WWE.
to be honest,
As big and bad
it was just
as
meant to
they
be a
come.
friendly tag team match last week, and now it's just transpired. AJ Styles has hired the club
Always been very clear.
as his henchman, it seems, tonight.
People up and win championships.
Finn Balor wanted a match against AJ Styles tonight, but AJ said that he wanted to save that for Backlash. Said that the Good Brothers will face Finn Balor. Remember, it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Big time handicap match underway here.
Finn's going to have to fight for his life here.
Luke Gallows is in action here tonight.
And he's a true good brother if there ever was one.
Balor going straight after Anderson here. Doesn't even care that Gallows is a legal man. Maybe he should pay more attention to the legal man. It's now Gallows to take advantage. Off the apron goes Balor. Now Balor back on Anderson. Anderson counters, and now it's his bad positioning here for Balor, because the Good Brothers could get their first fall by count out.
Cutting it close here, guys. What a coward.
And they
He's
might
trying
just.
to get himself counted out.
But Finn has to physically pin both these guys. He doesn't have the count out option.
And he's heading back in.
Balor might have to change his focus just for a little while until Anderson comes in legally. Balor being suplexed. Elbows now from Big LG. Luke Gallows.
What a stomp.
tag team partner of AJ Styles last week.
We've seen some pretty lopsided handicap matches over the years, and one that stands out in my mind.
We didn't know the situation with the tag team match last week. We thought that Club were on good terms, but then they were on separate teams. It's like, what's going on here then?
It's going to take more than that.
Balor fighting out. Karl Anderson taking advantage of Balor while he's down.
That 6-on-1 match Byron brought up earlier actually could have even been more lopsided. If you remember, it was originally supposed to be 7-on-1, but John Cena was able to take
shoulder breaker
out of the equation when he injured him the week prior.
By Anderson. Anderson just trying to get that fall desperately on Balor. First fall at least. Remember, the Good Brothers have to get 2 falls as well.
Just too early, too soon. What a stomp.
Johnson accidentally catching the ref there. Balor in the corner. Anderson misses the uppercut, and this is what Balor's wanting. Not this.
That time.
Not this. Death Valley driver. Balor got too excited.
In fact, I'll be surprised if we don't see a major injury.
It's over again, but now Balor sends Anderson to the outside, and this is what Finn wanted. Retribution against Anderson. Kicks to the back now.
To Corey's point, handicap matches are an incredibly dangerous atmosphere.
Finn Balor got to the side of the head.
Even more competitors can result in serious injury.
Or in the case of Braun Strowman, you can be outmanned and still somehow
Now Balor.
delivering the injuries.
Sunset flip powerbomb. And Finn Balor is in his groove now. AJ Styles watching from the back, doesn't want to get involved. Now he's got a night off. Anderson trying to escape Balor once again.
He told everybody he'd go up against Hawk and Animal. Instead, what we got were a couple of LOD imposters.
Dropped down by Balor. Leapfrog. DDT for Anderson.
I remember that Shane McMahon's handicap match you were mentioning earlier.
Forearm.
Well, Byron, and those imposters posing as Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, were none other than Pat Patterson and Gerald
Into
Briscoe.
the corner.
Or should I call them
Anderson
the Stooges? No, you shouldn't
blocks
call
with a
them
back
the Stooges.
elbow.
Have a little respect, Cole.
Balor,
We're talking about 2 Hall of
neck
Famers.
breaker. Balor needs to be on his game if he's going to survive the club tonight and get to Sunday in one piece. Shot by Finn. Will Finn be able to become WWE champion? I mean, like it or not, AJ Styles is good.
More recently, Braun Strowman. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody in more handicap matches than
The
Big
club
Show
back in
guys.
control now, and in comes big Luke Gallows once again.
Up and down.
I could have put it as an elimination match actually, so that Finn had to pin both these guys, and they only had to pin Finn once, but I think it's fair this way. Shot by Balor. Off the ropes. And a drop kick.
Didn't win. How about on Smackdown back in July of 2008 when he was forced to take on MVP
Gallows.
Vladimir Kozlov, Shelton Benjamin, and
Oh, reverse.
Holly. Well, I don't know if there's a man alive who could have turned back that force. I always love to get a handicap
Reversal by
match
Balor.
going,
Off the
especially when you
turnbuckle
see
goes
Andre the
Gallows.
Giant go up against 2 or 3 jabronis.
Into the opposite corner now.
Uh-oh.
Gallows lined up.
In position. Look out. Here it comes.
Shotgun drop kick.
Through the turnbuckle.
That changes
Will that
the
be it?
entire
Will that be Finn Balor's first fall this match?
And Gallows
No.
kicks out.
Okay,
Not
well.
yet. Too early. Andre the Giant really was the king of the handicap match, as Corey was saying earlier. And he also made quite a name for himself competing in battle royals, as you would suspect.
Balor pressed into match DDT.
100 pounds.
I think my favorite Andre the Giant Battle Royal moment came at
I don't know if it's going to be a bigger fight than Backlash, but Balor's putting up one hell of a fight.
To walk away with the win. There was no getting him over that top rope that night, fellas.
Once again, Balor out the corner. Sunset flip powerbomb.
Will this be enough? There's not a person in this arena who
Gallows
thought
kicks out
that
again.
was it for him. Too soon. He'd better hope he can sustain this.
DDT this time blocked by Gallows. Was looking for that choke slam, but Balor fast enough to counter. And a splash to the back. It's going to be a stick and move kind of game for Finn Balor, I think. DDT again. Gallows versus Balor here. And it could be a chance for the club to get their first fall. This submission by Gallows, not just sitting out on the back. Gallows choke slams Balor. Balor kicks out the choke slam. It could have been that easy for Balor to go fall down.
That can dislocate your shoulder. Irish whip. Here comes the double team. What are they going to do here?
Double team now by Gallows and Anderson. Big boot by Karl. Super kick as well. Finn is in deep trouble here.
Oh no, this isn't going to end well.
Anderson stomping on the legs.
Surfboard leg breaker.
Balor needs to find the way back in and quick. Uppercut blocked. Here we go. Gallows better watch out. Finn Balor's going to fly onto Karl Anderson, and now going for Gallows as well.
He told everybody he'd go up against Hawk and Animal. Instead, what we got were a couple of LOD imposters.
Now he's lining up Anderson.
Incoming.
Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism.
And another venture to the top rope. Finn Balor lining up Anderson. Coup de grace. Not quite.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this
Gunstone blocked by Balor. Brainbuster.
Extraordinary elusivity. Heavy duty right hand.
Straight to the corner goes Gallows. Gallows reversing. Shot to the kidney.
Harsh impact. Not today.
Finn Balor with the left hand. Enziguri, Karl Anderson still on the floor. This could be Balor's chance to get the first fall. Will it work?
This is where Finn Balor's at home.
Coup de grace to Gallows.
Wow, I'm just as surprised.
If he pins Gallows, it means he doesn't have to pin Anderson. A 1 for Balor.
Gallows able to get out of the way.
I think Gallows is able to stay in the ring for as long as he wants, but he can't be pinned by Balor. Gallows
Here's his moment, Michael.
plants Finn Balor. It's one apiece.
Finn Balor starting to stumble now.
Balor in some serious trouble.
He has to give here in this handicap match. This is where we find
How much more does Finn Balor have?
At this point, it could very well be
Do it again
one of these guys.
by Anderson.
That's how close this thing is. He's going for the pin. And Finn Balor gets out of the pinfall. Yeah, just too early. Way too early. I like the combination punch.
Balor doing his best to try and thin this floor. I was talking about him again. Belly to belly suplex by Gallows. Sitting out on the back of Balor again. Finn Balor doing everything he can to escape here. Bulldog. Anderson being brought into the ring.
Sometimes understanding and navigating those odds correctly, as fair or unfair as they may seem, can make all the... It could be over here!
This is it!
Balor just playing around with the Good Brothers right now. It seems like he has control. Dropping Anderson onto Gallows. DDT. Anderson.
Yeah, this match is going to be over. This might just be the end of the road for him here in this handicap
Into
match.
the corner. I think we know what Finn Balor's planning here now. Gallows into the corner as well. And Gallows into Anderson.
I really can't believe
DDT busts up and Gallows.
This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be.
Anderson fighting back against Balor. Right hand by Balor. Calling up Anderson.
He's looking shaky. This could be the
Oh, Anderson avoids. And now Gallows can take advantage. Balor though recovering with a suplex. And Ember. Balor has to pin Anderson. Which means he has to get Anderson in the ring. Gallows dragging Balor outside. Rookie move there from Finn. Finn Balor putting all his fight into this match.
Look at him, he's really open for a top. The Irishman has his Irish up.
And Gallows onto the barricade. Into the apron. 5 count.
He wants no part of the outside.
And Balor going to allow a tag to Anderson. Avoiding the kick.
The intensity of
And now Balor.
has been incredible.
They have this match in hand. Shotgun drop kick.
Through the turnbuckle.
That has got to be it.
Top rope now goes Finn.
Finn Balor needs to dial back some of that Irish charm right about now.
Coup de grace to Anderson.
What a comeback. And the cover for the win. 3.
And Balor pins both club members.
No doubt it was a good one. Here's another look. Oh, I can't believe this.
Balor took a lot of punishment, but he held his own.
Superstars gave as good as they got,
And managed to
these
defeat
fans got their money's
both
worth from
members.
the opening bell.
Of the club. What does that mean for Finn Balor heading into Sunday? And what does that mean for AJ Styles? His 2 henchmen lost the match they needed to win. Not only that, Finn Balor's got extra momentum heading in to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, or the WWE Championship as most people say it. I don't know how I messed up that much. With club disappointed with themselves here. Finn Balor finishes Smackdown on top here. Thank you Bay Ella 061010 for the follow. I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 17 of my WWE 2K19 Universe mode. This has been Smackdown, and I'll see you next time for some NXT.